Hey there! I wanted to jump in here today and talk to you about the top 3 killers of productivity. Okay, very quickly, it is not what you think it is. In fact, it's counterintuitive to what most of us think. Like that hair sticking out of here. Anyway, counterintuitive to what most of us think. Okay, so there's 3 killers of productivity. There's many more than that, right? But these are the foundational ones. The ones that if you don't pay attention to these 3, then you won't get anything done. I mean, anything is kind of a big term, but still, you know what I mean. So anyway, and it all functions around these biological rhythms in our body. Okay, so there's 3 kinds of biological rhythms as well. So the first one is an infradian rhythm, right? The infradian rhythm is the one that takes our bodies more than 24 hours to complete, okay? They are like the big rhythms of life, right? They are winter, spring, summer, fall. They are also like the monthly kind of cycles that our body goes through, whether you're male or female. I think our bodies have cycles for both of those, okay? Like a growing cycle for us even, right? All of these things, those are the infradian ones, the ones that take longer than 24 hours. Then we have circadian rhythms, and those are our 24-hour rhythms. Okay, they are our sleep-wake cycle. So, you know, we're asleep and awake. They're also our hormonal cycles many times, our blood pressure, right? Sometimes our blood pressure at certain times of day is naturally lower than at other times of the day. Our body temperature has its own cycle and fluctuations that it goes through throughout the 24-hour period. Our digestive system has functions on a circadian rhythm, right? And then the third kind of rhythm is called an ultradian rhythm. And that's the one that affects our productivity most, okay? And there are definitely times, there are definitely rhythms and cycles that our body follows, like emotional rhythms and productive rhythms, like month-long too. You'll have times of each month that is more productive than other times, just is what it is. But we also have that in the daytime for each day. And so those are called ultradian rhythms. They last less than 24 hours, usually 90 to 120 minutes. Again, our alertness levels and our hormone levels often follow this pattern. But the one that we're most familiar with, right, is sleep, our sleep patterns. So our sleep patterns follow an ultradian rhythm in that we go into light sleep and then deep sleep and then a short period of REM sleep. And then we start coming back out of that to light sleep and then deep sleep and then REM sleep, right? And we go through this cycle, you know, about 3 to 4 times in a night, so that we get 3 or 4 REM sessions. If our sleep isn't disrupted, that's the process. Okay, that same process continues to happen in the daytime. So instead of short periods of very active, right, our REM sleep is our very active sleep. We have longer periods that are pretty active, and then we need some shorter periods of rest. And again, they run about 90 to 120 minute cycles, depending on your body. So in this way, we need to really start paying attention to how our body functions. And I know right now you're thinking, like, you were talking about top 3 killers of productivity. You haven't even got to it yet. You're right, I haven't. But it's because it all hinges around this ultradian schedule. So let me jump into it really quick. The number 1 killer of productivity is a lack of sleep, okay? So if you're not getting the amount of sleep you need at night, then your brain can't function at its optimal level, period, okay? When our brains get enough sleep, when our bodies get enough sleep, we make decisions better, we are more focused, And we can concentrate on one thing at a time a lot easier than when we're tired, okay? The second killer of productivity is a lack of movement, okay? And that ties in again with number 3, which is working too hard. And I know that sounds crazy, right? Like, I need to grind it out, I need to work harder. But you're right, you do, in short intervals, okay? And so remember the ultradian rhythm, right? 90 minutes of productive, 20 minutes of downtime. 90 minutes of productive, 20 minutes of downtime. And to get even, like, break it down even more, if you're doing a task that's super high concentrated and super high focused, then you really need to break those 90-minute sessions down into 3 25-minute Pomodoro sessions. So you'll do 25 minutes of focusing on one and only one thing, take a break. 25 minutes focusing on one thing, take a break, right? And let 3 of those constitute your 90 minutes, and then take a 20-minute break, okay? And you can get that movement in those 5 minutes chunks and that 20-minute chunk. So that, like, we can push through this ultradian rhythm. We can push our body through it and it'll do it, but we will burn out, okay? Our body is functioning in this way. So if you go with it, you'll be performing at your optimal level. So if you're getting enough sleep, you're moving, and you're not pushing through those break times. So you are taking your break times, and that's for another video, but I'm just talking right now about within your day. There's also some break times that need to happen weekly and yearly and that kind of thing, some sabbatical type times. It's the only way our brain thinks. Anyway, so again, top 3 killers of productivity: lack of sleep, lack of movement, and working too hard, okay? So you wanna work hard, you wanna do high intensity interval training in your work. So you wanna work super hard for a concentrated period of time and then take a break. And then work super hard for a concentrated period of time and then take a break, okay? That, my friends, will lead you towards ultimate productivity. So in the description below, I have put a link to a free PDF for you, and it has these 3 top killers of productivity, but it also has my 12 productivity hacks that'll change your life. So just link down there, download it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.